Hey honeys, happy Friday. I intend all is well. You feeling good. I see you looking good, baby. You the one. Ain't nobody effing with you. If you ain't heard it today, baby, you hearing it now, okay? So let's hop right into today's video. I am so realizing on this journey that I'm on. I'm realizing that I cannot deal with anything superficial. I cannot deal with anything that's giving very much surface level, right? And I notice it's because I'm operating at a higher frequency. Like, I feel so much more intuitive, so much more like capable of manifesting. I can see things so much clearer. I'm so much more in tune with energy. And it just really makes me realize the frequency in which you're operating at is so telling to what kind of person you're going to be, what type of experiences you're going to experience in life. For instance, when I was operating very low frequency, very stressed, very like sad, depressed, I was so susceptible to negative influences. Like, I almost welcome negative things to happen in my life. I welcome negative people, negative experiences. I was just always in just a crowd of BS, like all the time. I never felt the need to separate myself from that like I do now. And it also makes me realize how when you're with someone, right, when you're dating someone or in a relationship with somebody or mother, father, whatever, okay, and they don't see you for as amazing you are, right? Even if you are, say you are at your highest vibration, okay? Because a lot of the time we're at our low vibration, we're dealing with low vibrational people and they don't see our worth, but that's also because we're reflecting how the F we feel inside, okay? We're not at our best self. But say you are at your best self, you're operating at a high frequency, and someone is truly not appreciating you, what you bring to the table, your assets, they're not appreciating you, right? It is because they cannot see you because they're not on your same frequency. Like, it's almost like you're on like a different field, a different timeline, like they view you differently because they looking at you through these low frequency glasses, like they can't even fully take in that you are who you are. So I want you to understand, when you are at your best, feeling your best, and I mean at your actual best, because a lot of the time we're treating someone well, we're doing things for people, but it's because we want to feel accepted, we want to be validated, we want all these things, and it's like that's not really high vibrational, because honestly, when you are operating at a high frequency, you don't need any of that, right? But say, you're locked in, okay? You're feeling yourself. You're so in tune with yourself. You are locked in. You're at a high frequency. You're like hum, okay? You're giving hum. You're walking lighter. You're walking softer. Everything is just like good energy, good vibes. And there's some individual that doesn't recognize you for who you are. They want to talk badly about you. They see you just in this negative light, but you're not doing anything negative. You're not giving negative vibes whatsoever. It's because they're on a low frequency, and that's all they can see. That's all they can recognize in their life, like low frequency behaviors, low frequency people. They are not able to see you for who you are. So I want you to really understand, don't take anything personal. A lot of people are just operating at a different frequency, whereas they're not available. They're truly unavailable when it comes to emotionally, just even trying to connect with them emotionally. There is going to be a complete disconnect, like within the relationship, because y'all are not on the same frequency. Like, okay, for an instance, I was dating somebody, right? And he was a really good guy, really sweetheart. Everyone that he came in contact with, like, they loved him. And me, it was like, I liked him, but it wasn't that deep for me. And he was like ready for marriage. Like, he was ready to settle down. He was like, he was like, baby, we can lock in right here, right now. And he was attractive, okay? But because I was operating at such a low frequency, I was shelving him. I was picking him up, putting him down, not treat him the way as the king that he should have been treated, because I almost didn't even feel deserving of someone of that frequency. And you don't even realize that's why you're pushing them away, or you don't realize it until you step out of that frequency. Because I just thought, oh, like maybe I'm just not feeling him, maybe this and maybe that. But now that I'm in this higher frequency and I'm just so much more in tune with myself and in the knowing of things, it was simply because I was at such a low frequency that I could not accept someone at a higher frequency. Like, I didn't even feel deserving. I couldn't feel all the way emotionally connected to him because I was at this low frequency and I wasn't even emotionally connected to self. I was a magnet to negative things. I was always in the company of negativity, negative people, habits, just all of the things that are not of good, okay? All the good things, I can't even think of a better word to put it, baby. All the things that are not of good. And I see, like, when you're operating at a different frequency, it's almost like y'all don't see each other the same way. Or you don't even see yourself in the same way. Like me, when I was operating at a low frequency, when I tell y'all, I used to do, like, things that I would never do now. Like, I would go to somebody's house, don't even really know them. Child, would I do that now? F's no. I'm like, oh, this person gonna try to do something to me. This is gonna try. Listen, now it's like, I would never, but it's like I would put myself in harm's way, not even realizing that I'm putting myself in harm's way. It's just, I was operating at such a low frequency. I was just doing shit. I was like lost in the sauce. I wasn't in tune with myself. I was just sleep. Like, I feel like that's why they call it woke, when you feel like you have been spiritually awakened, when you feel like you are just more in tune with energy, more in tune with, like, the patterns of things, nature. You're just more in tune with yourself and things outside of you. Even now, right, I have been absent since July 1st. It was like the end of June, but I'm just gonna say July 1st just to have a start a fresh month, right? And I cannot see myself doing such a spiritual act, such as sex, with someone, because I can't do anything superficial, like really bend over. Okay, just bend over, just open up for somebody that I'm not spiritually connected with, for someone that I don't feel any type of connection to. Whereas when I was at a low frequency, I was very promiscuous. I ain't gonna hold you. Your girl was chilling. I ain't gonna say I was but I was close, okay? When you're operating at a medium frequency, okay, so it's like low, medium, high, right? Low frequency is, like I was saying, like, you're putting yourself in harm's way. You're not like really appreciating life. You're just doing things. You're more susceptible to negative influences. You just out here just doing things. Okay, you lost in the sauce. You're just trying to find your way out here, right? Then you have like a medium frequency where you're more aware of your emotions. You're able to deal with things without so much of a crash out. It's like, okay, I'm okay. Like, you're able to, maneuver a little better through life, okay? Then it's like high frequency where you can like meditate. You're good at manifesting. You're like a manifestation magnet. Whatever you want, whatever you put in the universe, it's gonna come back to you tenfold. You take care of yourself. You take care of others. You are very careful with where you place your energy. You're just so in tune with life, like just the birds, like just the patterns, the energies, everything that's going on. And it's like three different fields, like three different playing fields, where it's like, if you're trying to say you're medium to high frequency, right? And you're trying to date someone that is a low frequency, low vibrations, low frequency, they're in that, right? You want to form a relationship with this person. And it's almost such a bad idea, because if they're not aligning with their self, if they're not trying to identify with themselves deeply, there is no way you would ever be able to connect to them. There's always going to be their low vibrational thoughts, maybe jealousy, maybe feeling like, you know, you think you're better than them, like all these things that you're not even thinking about, but because they're at this low frequency, that's all they can see it as. Like, you can be so good to somebody, always just want the best for them, always kind, genuine, authentic, like really just a really good individual to someone, right? They will never appreciate it because of the frequency that they're on. They just can't appreciate it. They just can't see it for how raw and that energy is, and how pure it is, and how beautiful it is, and how abundant it is to have someone that 100% effing with you without much even in return, like just genuinely effing with you. They won't even be able to recognize that. Even if they recognize it, like, oh, this person F's with me hard, and you know, this person, they will just take advantage of it. You get what I'm saying? Just because they're at that low frequency, and that's just how they have to behave at a low frequency. Like, and it makes so much sense because I used to be like in situations where I felt like people didn't like me for no reason, or people just thought less of me without even knowing me, just feel like they know like everything about me, and they just have all these preconceived ideas and thoughts about me. And I'm just like, child, we just met. Like, what? You get what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's the frequency you're on. You're seeing me in a total different way than I see myself. There's nothing that I can do to prove to you that I am who I say I am, because you can't even see me. Like, I know it sounds like, I hope this doesn't sound confusing. I hope y'all getting what I'm saying. Operating at a different frequency is so deep. Like, I can't even have like conversations that are just like, oh, just drama, like, oh, this girl did this, and then he did this, and then her baby daddy said that, and then I was just like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. And at a time I did. At a time I'm like, wait, like, what's the update on home chick and this? But it's like, now that I'm operating at this frequency, I truly don't care. It's like you step into a whole nother timeline, like a whole nother frequency. You're like a whole nother person. Like, I'm truly a whole nother person. And that's why I always say, like, to people, like, I feel like I didn't live many lives in my life because I changed so much. But it's honestly the frequency that I'm on now that makes life seem so much more fruitful, so much abundant. I feel like, just like today, right? I was trying to do my psychology test, my psychology exam, and it's you know, I have to do it on the computer, but for some reason, y'all. Okay, so yesterday I signed in, right? And it was letting me do the exam, but it's like, they're like, you know, it's closed book exam. You need to make sure like no one's in the room. You need to make sure it's like, you know, it's airtight. So I'm like, oh shoot, my baby's here. Like, I'm not even gonna do the test with her, because it's like one time and you're done. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they see you moving your hands too much, thinking you on the phone, or they see, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna shut down the test, and that's the last time you could take the exam. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take it tomorrow. Once I seen all this stuff, I'm like, okay, y'all, this is real. This is examination, baby. This ain't no quiz. This is no test. This is exam time. Cool. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow when she's at school, which is today. I'll sign in today, and for some reason it's saying that the link is no longer active. Mind you, I can take the test until Sunday. It's only Friday. Would have got mad if I was at my usual, not my usual, but my previous low frequency, right? But now that I'm at this higher frequency, I didn't even get mad. Mind you, I need to take that exam. If you don't take an exam, baby, your exam, child, I don't know how your grade's gonna be doing, baby, okay? But I simply sent my professor a screenshot, and then I just started doing this video, right? And I'm like, I didn't stress. I'm thinking maybe because it's time for me to do this video right now. Like, the way that I even think about things, like, I would have had, if this was like 2 years ago, I would have had a serious meltdown. What the F? Oh my goodness, it's Friday. The kids are going to be home this weekend. I'm not going to have any time to do it. And, you know, just losing my cool, babe. Just losing it. But today is just like, in this high frequency that I'm in, I'm just like, you know what? I just probably need to do my video now, It's just telling me that something else needs my attention right now, and everything is going to be okay with that exam. It's nothing for me to stress about. It's nothing for me to worry about. And I wonder, how did I get here? But it's simply identifying with myself, truly learning myself, learning like the way things go, the patterns, the flows, like literally flowing with life, and understanding that everything is for my greatest good and there's nothing for me to worry about. All because of operating at this higher frequency. Like, I don't know, y'all. I just want to let you know anything is possible. Okay, I don't want you to feel like because you're operating at a low frequency that you'll never be able to operate a higher frequency. I need you to really just remove yourself from anything that is not for your highest good. It just changes my thought pattern. It changes the way I perceive everything. Like, your frequency will change how you perceive everything, like politics, seeing people, your interactions with people, the things that you do, how you handle your problems. It all comes back to your frequency. All comes back to your frequency. And I feel just so connected with universe. I feel like there's nothing for me to worry about at this high frequency that I'm at. Like, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, and Ashe. Like, I'm so grateful. And I just wanted to share that with you today. Like, listen, if you want to truly get out of drama, get out of from the negative influences, if you want to like separate yourself from all the negativity, focus on identifying with yourself, identifying with spirit. And I'm telling you, the energy that you will naturally have is to raise your vibrations, raise your frequency, and put you on a timeline that is for your highest good, where you're just coasting through life. And not to say like I don't be having my bad days, because baby, I'll be a lie. I'll be a lie. But everything is just so much easier knowing at this high frequency. Like, I'm so aware. Like, even if I'm talking, right, and I hear a bird at a certain word that I say, like, I know that's confirmation. It's like at a low frequency, I wouldn't even register that. Like, I wouldn't even register, oh, that sound was like right at the perfect time. Like, it's like certain things are placed for those in high frequencies, and then certain like obstacles and like you're in this karmic loop to learn the lessons so you can raise your frequency, or you'll stay in that low frequency. If you just let it defeat you and you stay the victim and you stay like, you know, my life is effed up, If you don't understand, I mean, if you don't learn the lesson while you're in that low frequency, you'll stay in that karmic loop and you'll stay in that low frequency. But if you start leveling up in the spiritual and start, you know, like seeing things for what they are and raising your vibrations, I'm telling you. And be nice to people. Be nice to yourself and be nice to people, because people think that your karma has to be like, oh, somebody cheats, you cheat on somebody, somebody's gonna cheat on you. No, your karma is just literally the energy that you put out, you're gonna get it back. It doesn't even have to be the same exact scenario. It's just in a way that it's gonna get to you. Because you might not care if nobody's cheating on you. You might be a cheater and like, I don't care if somebody cheats. You're gonna get the karma that is relative to what is going to get to you, baby, okay? So don't think like, oh, if she do that, it's cool because I'm... No, you want to get the karma of... Child. All I'm saying, baby, is focus on raising your frequency. Focus on identifying with yourself, knowing yourself, being a good person to yourself and others. Yourself first, of course, and that helps you exude that good energy and that love. You have love to actually give if you pour into yourself first. But listen, you better hop on that frequency, baby, okay? But yeah, y'all, I'm just over here thinking out loud, baby. But I'm gonna catch you in my next one. I love you. Do what you gotta do for you, baby, and think about it. Think about it.